start with John 1.
My pleasure. So, John 1, we know, starts out with, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And fourth verse, I remember when I was a teenager, the youth convention that I would attend had this as a theme. I want to say back in the 80s or maybe 90s, but they used this. In him was life, and without him was not anything. That's in verse 3. The life was the light of men. Just like you see this bright light before us, no, nothing artificial. But Jesus is the light of the world, and he illuminates our way. And it says in verse 9, that was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness. They're talking about John the Baptist, right? So we all have a role. John the Baptist was saying, I'm not the Messiah. I'm not even a prophet. I was just a voice. What are we? We're just vapor doing a work while we're here in the shadow of time to glorify God. Then we're off the scenes. That reminds me of, I can't remember. Was it Shakespeare? Yeah, that all life is a stage and we're to play a part. And then before you know it, the curtains come down, and then he says, hopefully we will graduate to glory or something of that sort. But listen, we look to our light and he will guide us. And one other verse in verse 46, I remember when your Uncle John quoted this, and I was like, what is he talking about? But we were talking about something that came out of a neighborhood that was good. And Nathaniel asked Philip, can there be anything good that come out of Nazareth? Oh, yes, because that's where Jesus was from. Can there be anything that comes from Chicago's South Side or West Side? Oh, yes. That's why it's meritorious to give people, scholarship students who might be, in different areas, because God can shine his light in any area and use them for his glory.
Okay, in Proverbs, I like verse 18.
Proverbs 5:18 says, let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. I'm praying for your future wife. Let's hear about this.
I like that because it's something I want to look forward to, and to grow with somebody, and not have to hop from marriage to marriage.
That's right. You do not want to have to, go to divorce court, and you don't want to have, the fights or the disagreements and have someone advocate for you. No, the Lord will advocate for you if you listen to him. And in John 1, it talks about how Jesus is the master, rabbi, teacher. And he'll teach you all things. So you do not want verse 13 to be said of you, I have not obeyed the voice. Again, remember that word. John was a voice. But we want to make sure that we do not have this said about us in verse 13 of Proverbs 5, that I did not obey the voice of my teachers. God places them in our path so that we can help people to get to glory and do the work while we're down here, nor incline my ear to them that instructed me. No, we're about to go to school. We're here to help, just like I recommended you to get the planner. But just obey the voice of your teachers, and you'll see that you will have a long, lovely life that's full of God's promises. All right, have a wonderful evening.